Hey everyone, Rachel Jensen here, broker owner of Realty Belize on the beautiful island of Ambergris Key. Today we are in the inbox answering question number 65, which is a series of where we answer questions that have been asked by folks like you about the real estate industry here. So today we're going to be answering a question by Scott, and he said, is there zoning in Belize? And this is a very popular question that gets asked because in a lot of developed countries, you have areas that are zoned residential and areas that are zoned commercial. In commercial spaces, you can build businesses. In residential spaces, you're building residential houses, homes, condos, whatever it may be. Now, when you think about that in context of property in Belize, I do want to tell you that we do not have zoning in this country. So a couple of points that I want to mention there. One is that if you are looking for raw land, and this is something that we get a lot, people who are looking for undeveloped land want to be building property. They'll come in and tell us that they want to maybe be away from people, they want to have acreage, or they're just simply wanting to build a home. And so what I will always reiterate is that when you're looking at property, look to see what's around you. Understand how close other lots are to your property and where the lot lines are, because a lot of times you have no idea what can be built next to you. Now, you may be building in an area that you're like, this is a prime residential area. No one's going to be building anything commercial. And then next thing you know, you have a bar that is open until midnight and maybe later during the holidays, and there's loud music and fireworks and the whole thing. And so if you have the ability to do so, I always recommend picking up as many of the properties around you so that you can control what gets built. Now, one way to mitigate that issue is if you're buying within a development or a property that has bylaws or HOA strata laws. And what I mean by that is typically in a community like that, there's planned development. It's a planned community. And when it's planned, typically the developer is allocating, all right, this land is for residential space, this land is park space, this is commercial space. And then they may be selling land based on how they have zoned their planned development, their planned community. So it's important to go into the understanding of knowing that you may not know what's going to be built around you. However, if you tend to be buying property, maybe that's a little bit more expensive. Like I said to folks about beachfront property here in Ambergris Key, beachfront prices are at a premium, right? If you're looking in the first 5 miles north of town, you're typically looking in the price range of about $500,000. So if there's nothing built next to you yet, then you can either assume that it could be a nice house that can go up next to you, or let's say it goes for sale and is also going for 500,000 plus. Typically people who are owning beachfront property are not necessarily putting a shack or a pig farm up there, right? But you do have to understand that anything could go up. So as you can, this is something that I know a few of my clients have done. As they have the resources and the land becomes available, they'll pick up the properties around them if they're able to do so. Or perhaps, like here, we don't have a public registry. So I get this question all the time. It's like, all right, well, can you see who owns that lot, that lot, that lot, all the lots around me, because maybe they're not up on the market, maybe they're not for sale. Because we don't have a public registry, it's very, very challenging to get that sort of information. It's not impossible, but it's just a little challenging to get that information. So, always keep that in the back of your mind. But, if you just go in with that expectation, with that understanding, then at least we've cleared that. So just to recap, no zoning in Belize, unless really it is in a planned development or planned community. And one way to mitigate the unknown of what's getting built around you is to be buying up as much of the land around you as possible. Again, understand your lot line, understand your boundaries, understand where the road easements are, and your real estate agent should be able to go through like a surveyed map with you so that you can see what is all around. All right, folks, that is going to wrap up this week's session of In the Inbox. If you want more information about what that closing process looks like in Belize, the buying process, reach out to us, info@lunarealtybelize.com. I'll send a copy of that to your email address. I just like for our clients to be educated in the marketplace, know what to expect when you're coming to Belize or when you're planning to purchase real estate here, what that process looks like. It's 100% needed, even if you're not working with us and your real estate agent hasn't gone through this with you. I would highly recommend that you reach out to us. But we have a great team of experts here who are here to help educate you about what it's like to own real estate here. And in the meantime, we hope to see you in Belize at some point soon. Bye, everyone.